I'm doing good though. I like it. I like this. Um, I'm married now. I was talking about married folk. Everybody married in there? Married? That's about the married energy I expect. How long y'all been together? How long y'all been married?
Oh gosh, forever. 26 years?
Oh gosh, 26 years. That's beautiful. In 26 years, give it up. That's beautiful. That's nice. That's nice. Y'all got more time? 32 years. Got 32 going once, twice. Anybody got 30? 35. Oh God, we got the. I can tell them they don't. There's so much space. 37. There you go. 37. Is there 37? So that is like 37 is the aficionado. Congratulations, 37. All the 41. Okay. The camera woman's stunned. Her husband's not even here right now. She just. That's how you keep it going. Is anybody on a first date here? Anybody first dates? No first dates. I saw the first date the other day and it was beautiful because I got 10 years in my marriage. I got 10 years. I've been with my wife for 13, but I got 10 years in. And I saw something beautiful on the first date. Like the girl asked the guy a question, and he just answered it. Because that don't happen when you get 10 plus years in, you know what I'm saying? Because you done heard all the fucking questions that your wife has ever asked, you know what I'm saying? But, like the girl asked her, where's the ice cream shop at? He was just like, oh, it's around the corner. Just leave your purse, I got you. The last time my wife asked me where the ice cream shop, I was like, bitch, do I look like Google Maps? How the fuck am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know everything, you know? I'm pent up, you know, 10 years. He's like 41 years, right? 41? 30, that's a 37, that's 41. Like y'all don't, are y'all still having sex? Y'all schedule it? Because I got a schedule. We got on a schedule right now. Mine is coming next Tuesday, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Father's Day is around the corner. I'm going to rest up and drink my electrolytes. We're going to get it cracking next Tuesday. But I just missed the beginning of the relationship because it was fun. It was exciting. Y'all remember that? Ladies, when y'all was in the audition period? I remember that. I used to come home, and we didn't take much for us to get to sex. It was very easy. I had to take my shirt off, throw it on the floor, we'd be having sex. Last time I took my shirt off and threw it on the floor, my wife was like, why don't you put it in the laundry with the rest of the clothes? Like, I just don't understand. I was like, I don't understand why you just don't bend over sometimes. Why don't you just do that? Things I don't understand, you know. But we've been together for a long time. My parents, I saw my parents. My parents had 37 years before my father passed, but they were together. They were together, and I saw real love. And my dad was very real with me about his love, you know, because I thought when I met my wife that like it was just like that Notebook feeling. I thought you was gonna get to know. Anybody know the Notebook, that movie? Yeah, that's fiction. That's not real. It's not love and romance. It's not about that. Because I asked my dad how he knew that my mom was the one for him, and I knew I messed up. Because I asked him, you married her because you loved her, right? And I knew I messed up because he started choking like he was on a dry biscuit. He wasn't eating on, you know, I was like, you married mom because you loved her, right? He's like, what? Huh? I didn't marry your mother because I loved her. I married her because she was pregnant with you and she needed health insurance. That's why. Because it's real. You need health insurance. Sometimes Blue Cross Blue Shield is more important than coochie. I'm just saying. It's important. You know what I'm talking about? I know. I've been through it with my wife. There's times I thought I was going to leave. I was like, I can't take this shit no more. And then I remember she has the HSA card. That's, you know, that health savings account, that's tax-free money. And if you don't spend it by the end of the year, you go to get to CVS and ball the fuck out. I got free lip balm in my car. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's good posture. I like how you cross your legs, sir. It's an affluent stature, and I like that. Yeah. Time's getting crazy. I was born in the late 80s, and I feel like words are meaning different things now. Like words are different, mean different things. Like growing up, and when I was coming to my own in the 90s and 2000s, they would say, women would say, oh, young man, you're a stud. You're a stud, right? And that meant you were a handsome young man. Now, if you call somebody a stud, that means you're a handsome young woman. I don't know if you know this. It means a different thing. And if the stud brings the strap, that's not a gun. That means that's a dick. That's an artificial dick. It's the AI of dicks. It's artificial intelligence. It know all the grooves. Yeah. I walked into the gym the other day. I was promoting the show, and I went to this lady, and I said, hey, my name is Justin. I got a show coming up. I would love for you to go. Just promote it as people come into the gym. She said, oh, young man. She was trying to fuck. That's what they say when you try to fuck that young man shit. And I was like, my brother's name was Justin before he transitioned. I was like, oh, is he Justina now? He's like, oh no, he died. I was like, oh, thank God. Because it's hard to carry around a strap everywhere, you know? They're going from having to not having it. It's very scary. Yeah. What else is going on? I had the honor of being part of a wedding the other day. I was the best man in the wedding. Everybody been the best man of the wedding? Anybody had that honor? You? All right, we got a couple good people in here. The rest is a piece of shit, everybody else, I guess. I had the honor of being the best man in the wedding, and I respectfully hope I never get it again, because it's terrible. It's a terrible experience being the best man at a wedding. You got so much responsibility, because you got to do things that you, like, I just don't do. I haven't did in a long time. Like, he wanted to go to a strip club for his bachelor party. I was like, yo, we are almost 40 now. What the fuck are we going to a strip club for? Like these girls, the new girls, they don't even ask for cash. They just walk around with QR codes on their ass cheeks. You got a QR for the coochie. It is ridiculous. Like, let's go to the spa. Let's do something better. I don't want to do it anymore. But he's married now, so he's going to get to experience the same misery that we all get. And I'm happy about that, because he needs to know. What else is going on in my life? I don't know. This is the part of the show where I don't know what the fuck I want to say. And I will have y'all look at me, but I'm gonna get it back because I'm a professional. I just been in the sun all day and I'm hot as shit, clearly. No, I've been doing comedy for like I think it's like 2018 now. 2018. I've been doing this at a while, and it's crazy because I've seen a lot of comics come and go with doing this because it's very tough. Like Mark just runs a good show, and that's why I come and do this show, because I'm getting paid in Laffy Taffies today. This is, you know. But you can do this and then not really get anywhere, right? And to me, like, I played college basketball as Division II point guard, so I was used to my dreams not coming true. This feels easy, actually, you know what I mean? Feels like one of my college basketball games. This is good, though. I like doing comedy. Like I said, I was black. I don't know if if I mentioned that already. Think I want to transition, though? I don't want to be white. White people, relax. I don't want to be white. I want to be a dog. Because dogs get treated better than people in this country. You know? Like, the dogs are really winning. I thought I was doing well. I went to the airport. I was going to fly to do a gig, and you know, you get an education when you go to the airport. You find out what group of person you are, and I found out that I'm a group 5 type of person. You know, because I got to watch first class and 4 other groups of people get on the plane before I even get on the plane. And when I got on the plane last time, the first row, first seat, golden retriever. Smug motherfucker, too. He was smug. He didn't even want to look at me. He put his AirPods on and his neck pillow, and he's like, oh, he's broke. You know? White women, y'all got white, well, clap it up, you got dogs. Everybody got dogs in here? Yeah. Do you have clothes for your dogs? Oh, so you got clothes for your dogs. That's crazy. It's people that are clothes. As a dog, if y'all walking down the street right here and it's a loose black person, you might cross the street. Not me. I know y'all know me, but I'm talking about the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Well, as a dog, you want to put a sweater on him. You're going to try to get him home. You're going to give him a name. You're going to give him health insurance. You're going to get his shots. I can use some shots. I want my belly rubbing balls play with. I want that same attention. You know how I know? You know who we really treat dogs better than? Homeless people. Homeless people, right? You know what I'm talking about? Because you ain't never seen no SPCA for homeless people. You know? It just doesn't happen. You can't go to the SPCA and talk to the lady that's like, oh, this is Rick. He's 47. He's been divorced twice, but he does have all his shots. This is Joe. He lost everything in the divorce. He's a little aggressive, so just be mindful. In this one we just got in, this is Black Hawk. He's a really fast one. Yeah, I'm Justin Lamar. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all night. Take care.
Keep it up for Justin Lamar. Keep it going. For Justin Lamar. You got credit for your next comedian. She tours up and down the East Coast, plays all clubs and colleges. Please put your hands together for my good friend, Miss Sandra Dross.
Hello, Haverford. So nutmeg, huh? That explains why I had to return that foundation stick. Didn't match. It's a constant battle, you know. So I was thinking on the way here that I hate porn. Because when on earth has a plumber ever arrived immediately after you call? Huh? Anyway, you may notice that I sound a bit different. That's because I'm originally from Panama, but I live in Philadelphia, so I guess that makes me a Puerto Rican. Actually, I'm half white. You may not, I mean, it's hard to tell by my looks, but my mom was Panamanian and my dad a Midwestern American guy. And I guess that explains why I love White Claw, the Renaissance Fair, and why I let my dogs lick my face. I didn't know it was a bad thing, but hey, you know, live and learn, live and learn. I'm married, 30 years, so I'm in the, you know, I'm up there with you guys. 30 years of wedded bliss. Feels like 30 minutes underwater. But hey, you know, I like comedy, he likes video games. We make it work. We make it work. We have a son, and I tell you, having a baby, I remember that. Having a baby makes you lose. Yeah, makes you lose. He was a big baby. But it also makes you lose all sense of modesty. Right? You ladies probably remember. Everybody comes in to look at your business. Everybody. Everybody. Your OBGYN, the resident, the nurses, the anesthesiologist, Jerry from accounting. I'm like, who are you? He's like, oh, we're just taking bets on how many centimeters. And I'm like, you don't have to make that gesture with your hands. Anyway, I became a mama bear because I only had one. A mama bear. But I think I overbeared. I had to back off, let him become independent, I know. Blah, blah, blah. At least that's what the judge said. Yeah, he's in college now, becoming an air and space engineer. Yeah. Air and space. Space. That's how far he wants to be from me. From his mamita. Yeah, he's spending the week at the Jersey Shore. Anyway, I went to the Jersey Shore yesterday. I was not stalking, I promise. Went with a friend. And I got stung by a jellyfish. It hurt like hell. And then this guy scooped it out, threw it in the sand. And that thing looked like an angry Rastafarian breast implant. I stared at it and it was like mocking me. Like saying, I'll sting you again if you come close. I don't know why I did it like that. It's a jellyfish, not a jellofish. It's a jellofish. A jellyfish, not a jellofish. Whatever, that's a new joke. Just happened yesterday. I hate it. So, you know, my friend who knows me very well, she could see the pain I was in. And she said, come on, pour pee on it. It'll make you feel better. And I did as she said, and it still hurt like hell. But I did feel better because the urine killed the goddamn jellyfish. And I know, yeah. I know it's petty, and I'm not proud of it. But listen, revenge, sweet revenge, is the only sweet thing that I can get in unlimited quantities now that I'm a pre-diabetic. Anyway, that's my time, folks. Thanks so much. I'm Sandra.
Sandra. You guys ready for your next comedian? All right, you got to help me out here a little bit, right? We don't only play on music. You guys got to be the play on music. Ready? Let's do the Rocchi theme. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. Keep it going. Dun, dun. This guy has the best Philadelphia comic name. Please put your hands together for Pat Rocchi. Keep it going.
Whoa, big night in Havertown. Whoa, look at you. You're all so excited. Havertown, gateway to Lanark. What a night, what a night. What's going on here? It's really kind of quiet in here. Hey, got something to ask you. Nobody ever asks, is anybody celebrating anything special tonight? Like an anniversary, a birthday, anything like that?
Father's Day.
Yeah.
Father's Day. Are you a father, sir?
Yes, sir.
I got a gift for you then, for Father's Day. Here, I have this. I give these out a lot of times. It is a coupon for Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, don't spend it all in one place, pal. Okay, happy Father's Day. Hey, I joke, I kid, but I'm looking at you and you are disappointed. You had a cool urban guy, you had Justin up here and a beautiful Latina woman, and you're saying, oh boy, I'm looking forward to a hip young comic with a sharp mind. Instead, you get me, your dad's lab partner from high school. I mean, just look at me. I'm like a genetic mashup of Mitt Romney and Keith Richards. I put I have a decrepit body, but that's why I put this jacket over it. So, there were times, ladies, I guarantee you, when I walked in here, you would have looked at me and you said, oh, I wonder if he's available. Now you're looking at me and saying, I wonder if he's even insurable. And I'm not. I shouldn't be insurable. I'm in terrible shape. I'm gonna get out here. I don't see too many people look like they're hitting the gym too much, but I'm with you on that. They say that if you're in good shape when you run, you should be able to talk while you run. Oh, when I run, I talk. But I say things like, call 911, and where's the nearest hospital? That's what I say. Hey, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I just turned 74 a few days ago, okay? Thank you. Boy, that was patronizing. But I wonder, it's like my body is like, a little car you got to take it into the shop a lot to keep it running. As a matter of fact, it made me think, what would happen if Consumer Reports reported on me like they do used cars? So let me see, 1952 Italian, predicted of reliability lower than average. Fuel injection is sluggish, a well-padded back seat, a tendency to leak fluids. Yes, folks, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. Hey, I hate watching a young world through these old eyes. My name goes back a long time. It figured into my wedding, and you people are all pikers. I'm going to tell you later how long I've been married, but my wife, she had a great idea. She said, wouldn't it be fun if we came into the Rocchi theme when we got married? Because I thought we'll be Mr. and Mrs. Rocchi. So I said, okay, I went along with it. I couldn't care less. I'm a typical guy that way. I could have gone into the woods and been married by a bear. But she did me one better. She hired as an officiant a ring announcer. And now, presenting to you, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Rocchi. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Stupid music. I'm so tired of it after all these years. And then, like any good Italian Catholic, in due time, very quick, we had our kid, Rocchi too. Yeah. Where are my parents? Show a round of applause. Where are my parents? Ma'am, what do you have? Boy, girl?
2 girls.
2 girls. They fight you for prime position in the house because you're the mom. Because that's,
I gave
I'm
up
telling
long
you,
ago.
that's what Italian boys will do to their father. Oh, those guys, I'm telling you, your boys will challenge you. One day he looked at me and he said, when did you stop being cool? And I said, September 25th, 1985. He said, that's my birthday. I said, yeah, that's when I stopped being cool, when I started taking care of your sorry ass. I'm waiting for you to buy me beer, you know. Took him to Sears. I told him to pick out the lawnmower he wanted. He said, why do you expect me to mow the lawn? I said, why did you think I even had you? We got to talk about that beer thing. Oh, you know, I am, the whole thing about being older and seeing a younger world, I don't like what I hear a lot of times. You know what will make you feel older? Sing karaoke with people who are a different age than you. You won't recognize each other's music. I go to sing karaoke, I sing some of the classics, and they say to me, oh, Mr. Rocchi, don't you like our music from the 90s? And I say, no, I don't like your music from the 90s. Let me tell you why. Because in the 90s, I was older than you are now. I was in my 40s with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a soul-sucking corporate job that was killing me. You know, they were singing Smells Like Teen Spirit. I was singing Smells Like Old Spice. Yeah, think about, here were my lyrics to Nirvana. When it's dark out, it gets dangerous. I could fall down, then I'd sprain this. Pretty soon now, I'll forget ya. I'm afraid that it's dementia. That's my version of Nirvana. Thank you. Thank you. And you know where else I see of an old world? Folks and guys, my fellow guys, when did ED become entertainment? You know, I look at it on television. First of all, you got to remember, for me, it's a generational thing. When I was a kid, when I saw the letters ED on the TV screen, that's when Mr. Ed was coming on, right? That was, yeah. Thank you for laughing at that joke, because a lot of you didn't even get it. My wife keeps telling me, stop using that joke. Nobody understands it. And I'll get a young person in the audience, oh, we don't know who Mr. Ed is, Mr. Rocchi. And I say, you know, it was a talking horse. Nobody knew why he talked. Yeah, you know, he sounded like kind of a gay Johnny Cash, you know, oh, Wilbur, ride me, whoa. So I look at these commercials. They start off with these phony, happy music. Guys, I'm telling you, the music itself will make you soft. Stay away from them. Yeah. And then they show these women in the guys' lives doing things that are supposed to talk about how adorable they are. But if they did them in real life, they'd be grounds for justifiable homicide. They're in the kitchen and they're trying to put their shoe on. Or they're in a restaurant and she takes food from his plate. Or she's painting and she gets paint on her nose. Or she's baking, she gets flour on her nose. Apparently, the people who write these commercials think that something on a woman's nose is an aphrodisiac. You see something on a woman's nose, you say, honey, I'm ready. And then they show the men off to the side, looking at them very lovingly. And I know what those guys are really thinking. They're thinking, oh, honey, you think I need a pill because of my health? But the real reason I can't get it up for you is because you're so fucking annoying. That's why. And did you see these guys? Did you see these guys? They're like, you know, they're trim, not muscle bound, but tastefully trim. Just a little bit of gray on the side. These middle-aged Adonises aren't the guys who get ED. Show me a guy like Chris Christie across the bridge. A guy who's so fat, he hasn't seen his own dick since Hurricane Sandy. Look, I told you, I've been married for a long time. You people are all short timers. I've been married for 47 years. It's not that great. It's not that great. Let me tell you something. I'm going to leave you with this little bit of advice. I compare my love life over the years to movie franchises. Yeah, when I started out, I was 27 years old. You know, it was a Fast and the Furious. Get in there, it's over a little bit too quickly. But then when I hit my middle years, that's when I was Iron Man. Oh, that was it. But today, it's Mission Impossible, folks. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pat Rocchi. Thanks for coming out.
Give it up for Pat Rocchi! Pat Rocchi. Fun fact, Mr. Ed, his father in the Klan with the sheets. Yeah, I just found that out. You guys ready for your next comedian? This gentleman has been performing at the Punchline and has a Spotify album called Robots in Philadelphia. Please put your hands together for my good friend, Mr. Dan Clark.
Hey everyone, keep it up for all the comics you've seen tonight. The Kelly Center, this is great. There's been a lot of talk of, so a ton of you are married, right? Yeah? Any divorced people? I knew there was some white trash like me in here, oh hell yeah. I saw that BYOB sign and I was like, someone's dirty in here like I am, yeah, no. No, I've been divorced for 10 years this year. That's a weird thing to clap for, so I'm glad you didn't. I married my high school girlfriend 10 years ago, and actually I got married at the same place where former Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz got married. It's this place in Bucks County, Pennsylvania called the Lake House Inn. It overlooks Lake Nockamixon. There's this gorgeous honeymoon suite where the couple spends their first night together, and I threw up everywhere in that room. So, you know, that's not the reason I'm divorced, but it's probably one of them, you know? Yeah, no, I know I'm white trash because I got divorced before my parents did. You know, that's a key indicator. I walked so they could run away from each other. You know, that's. Yeah. They sat me down because I was in my 30s when my parents got divorced, and they sat me down. They were like, "Dan, this isn't your fault." I was like, "I know, but this is my way to be interesting. Can you guys find your own thing, please?" A few of my friends were trying to comfort me when it happened. They were like, "Dan, what if your parents just want to explore polyamory?" And I was like, I'm never going to let them learn what that word means. Ew, how dare you. We all know what polyamory is, right? It's like multiple partners. It's when atheists pretend to be Mormons for 5 minutes. Thank you. That's an incredibly smart joke, actually. Thank you. Just pretty well read, I guess. I don't know. I don't do this full time. I have a day job. I have to be in the office 4 days a week. Any office workers in here? No, all Bitcoin billionaires in Haverford. Cool, that's what I thought. Someone had to invest, and it couldn't have been me. So. No, but when Bitcoin eventually crashes and you do all have to be secretaries again, I have a trick for you. If you want to seem busy at work and don't actually want to do anything, all you have to do is just never stop printing shit. That's all you got to do. Just keep printing. Keep on printing. That's all you gotta do. Get up, print, read it. You can print whatever you want. Song lyrics, recipes. I've never seen the movie 8 Mile. I know all the rap battle lyrics. I complain about being in an office, but I'm thankful to have a job. I was laid off. I was unemployed for about 6 months last year. That was a tough time. It was a tough job market last year. It was so tough that I stopped applying for jobs and just started applying for class action lawsuits that I think I could fit into. You ever done that path of white trash? Every single day, instead of going on LinkedIn, you're just Googling, how's Mark Zuckerberg screwed me and 35,000 other people over? Every day. And not to brag, I am 1-0 in class action lawsuits, actually. Because a couple years ago, I got drunk, and I was on that dating app, Bumble. It's free to use, but you can pay for it, and in theory, you'll get more matches. It didn't work for me. I didn't care. Someone else in the world got drunk, paid for Bumble, didn't get any matches, and he really gave a shit. So he hired a pack of lawyers, and that pack of lawyers said, to make this lawsuit profitable, we need to find more people. And then they found my unfuckable-looking profile. So now I have $30 from Bumble Inc. Thank you very much. That's it. I've never even cashed it. It's just art in my apartment. Actually, it's in a frame. Big true crime guy. Are we true crime crowd here? Yeah, some of us, yeah. Yeah. I don't like the murder stuff, because I got this face, you know? And my full name is Daniel James Clark. That sounds like someone who hides bodies in empty above-ground pools, right? That's not a good look for me. I got into true crime when I was in high school. That was before there were like podcasts. You could hide about all the weird murder stuff you were listening to. Like when I was in high school, I had to go to the library and be like, "Show me a book about Jeffrey Dahmer, please." You know, that's not good, right? But I like a heist. I love the story of D.B. Cooper. Are you familiar with the story of D.B. Cooper, folks here? Yeah, some of you. If you're not, here's the liner notes of it. In 1971, a guy bought a plane ticket under the name D.B. Cooper. Once he got on the plane, he went to the stewardess and said, "You need to land the plane. Once the plane lands, I need 2 parachutes and $150,000. He got that. He got the plane to take off again, jumped out, never to be seen ever again. That's a pretty cool hijacking. But now, every 5 years, there's a new documentary of the oldest people in the world accusing other old people of being D.B. Cooper, and it's my favorite thing in the world. It's just a bunch of guys chasing another old guy. The old guy always falls down. They're like, "Where were you in 1971? The guy's like, "I don't know where I am right now." They're like, "It's not him." And that exact situation happened so much that when Joe Biden fell off of that bike a few years ago and a bunch of people swarmed around him, I was like, "Oh shit, is Joe Biden D.B. Cooper?" I knew there was a reason I voted for that guy. All right, you guys have been fun. I've been Dan Clark. Have a good night.
Keep it going for Dan Clark. Keep it going for Dan Clark. Guys having a good time? Come on, let's keep the energy going. We got our next comedian. This gentleman is a touring comic, and he just came back from Pittsburgh at the Time of Comedy, and just came back from Baltimore before that at the Chuck Cole Comedy Festival. Please put your hands together for Mr. Aldon Pierre.
Shout out to the gang. What's the vibes, everybody? Ladies, meow. Fellas, what's up? My name is Aldon Pierre. It's a pleasure to meet you at the Keep America Great Again comedy show. And this is comedy. I'm up here expressing myself. That's something I used to battle with. I used to battle with expressing myself, mainly because I make dangerous statements. But this is a safe space, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Now, these statements will be dangerous in the honor of Kanye West, because Kanye West was right about a lot of things. Before you get too concerned, you can keep your yarmulkes on, all right? Tunnel maps are safe with me. I will simply be talking black for a couple of minutes. This is a fair-skinned crowd, so it'll be a treat for you. Now, before we continue, if you have not noticed, I'm an objectively handsome man. So as dangerous as these statements get, I need you to understand that it's gonna be okay. Let's take a second to appreciate that moment. I don't see you taking your cameras out like that was your opportunity. Mistake number one. Now, there's some things happening in the world, and I want to make sure you are aware. 12 deep space scientists have gone missing. And this isn't no coincidence. This is Men in Black recruitment season, aliens and shit. And they've been prepping us for years with all these movies, Predator vs. Alien, Planet of the Apes. And it got real serious a few years ago. We had a debate about 100 men versus a gorilla. Some serious shit. I'm here to remind you that 100 black people is never fighting no gorillas, all right? We used to live next to these motherfuckers. We know how strong they are. The only thing that is capable of stopping a gorilla with ease is a white woman, all right? I've seen what they did to Shannon Sharp, okay? I recently did stand-up comedy in Savannah, Georgia. If you know anything about Savannah, Georgia, then you know this is where they hide the white women at. Unfortunately, there were no gorillas around. I ended up at a karaoke bar. This isn't K-pop city karaoke. This is drunken white women karaoke. One of the scariest experiences of my entire life. One wrong move and I'm sucked dry, just like Shannon Sharp. Dangerous statement, safe space. We recently lost Ozzy Osbourne and Chuck Norris. Oh, it's okay. Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off a bat in 1982. 43 years later, he dies. Writings all over the walls, man. COVID's making a comeback, bro. Yeah, that joke went well. I work hard on these shits, nigga. We recently lost Chuck Norris after 86 tough, hard years. China finally got us back for Bruce Lee. And China's been trolling us, man, for a few years. 2019, they gave us a new flu. And if you don't know, J. Cole, he's a hip-hop artist. He's playing basketball in China right now for the Monkey Kings. Dangerous statement, safe space. I am a parent to a 5-year-old Pomeranian by the name of OG Cream, my pride and joy. I got him as an emotional support animal and he quit. He just looked at me and was like, you're a man. He's been with my mother ever since. I go for visitation, just marks me as his territory and leaves. Like a woman when she likes me. Before we continue, no one is comparing women to dogs, okay? But if we were. A dog's love is unconditional, and a woman's piss is a sexual kink, all right? Don't ask me how I know that. Your silence is deafening, guys. That's where the laughs go. Now, I do work out, since none of you asked. They said that would help with the ladies, and it has not. Men have been noticing me more, though. That's been weird. Different. I also get noticed by women that are 3 times my age. I am not talking cougars, I am talking saber-toothed tigers and shit. Like these women are extinct. But I came across a GIF just last week though, Granny I'd fuck, a real unicorn, I'm trying to tell you. 70 plus, you would not know until she took her teeth out. And the night was amazing. Guess how it ended? Yes, and with her teeth out, brother. She was gumming me all night long. I want to thank you all for your time. My name is Aldon, Pierre. Until we meet again, thank you.
Get that applause going for Aldon, Pierre. Handsome gentleman that he is. Funny person. Keep it going, keep it going. You guys ready? One more, here we go. Another comedian. The comedy ain't stopping here. It's not stopping. We're on a train and we're making every stop. Please put your hands together for Mr. Aaron Bell! Aaron Bell!
Give it up for me! Another black comedian! Yeah, we're hitting all the quotas with this lineup. I love it. You're gonna tell about so many black people you saw this evening. This is the most black people this town has seen in forever. This is great. You know, remember when Justin was asking you how long you guys have been married? It started sounding like an auction after a while. We got 37, we got 41, we got 35 over here. This is great. This is very white. This is very exactly what I expected. This is very good. This is a good evening. Somebody recently told me that I've been the perfect fit for if Disney ever did a remake of Cool Runnings. I'm actually not even a comic. I'm just here to see if anybody would like to join my Jamaican bobsledding team. There's a guy at my job who doesn't know my name, but every time he sees me, he says, Rasta! Praises to Jah! That guy's name is Trevor. But I totally get it though. My face and my voice are very deceiving. Everything in my face is I'm a strong black man. But everything in my voice says I like to speak to a manager. I sound like the only black person that's ever said, you're on thin ice, buddy. But I have a very white sounding voice. Confuses a lot of black people. The other day I was talking to a black woman, she goes, you talk very proper. You sound like you went to an Ivy League school. I said, ma'am, this is the unemployment office. Clearly liberal arts. But it's hard being black and having this voice, because I can say the N-word, but it never sounds right. Like, I don't think I should be allowed to say it. Nothing good comes from it at all. One day I was in the bathroom, my friend didn't realize was in there. He walked in and went, "Hey, yo! Who's taking a shit?" I was like, "Nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm trying to poop in peace." And all of a sudden he went silent. Then he slowly started to bend down. He saw my skinny black legs and said, "Oh shit, that's you, Aaron!" I did a joke in Bucks County, Pennsylvania last year, and before I got to the act out, a white lady in the audience yelled, "Say it! Say it! I want you to say it! Say it! Say it! I want you to say it! Say it!" I was like, "Okay." Nazi. But I went to high school in the suburbs, so I had a different public school experience than most black people. I knew it was privileged because it took stained glass art as an elective. Everybody's painting the Sistine Chapel. I was drawing Jesus with dreads. But I was the only black student in my 5th grade class of 120 kids, so I received so much attention. I'd only been there for a week. When a kid came up in the middle of class, he goes, "Aaron, you're my first black friends." I was like, "Hey, do I have a say in the matter?" But growing up, I was an athlete with bad vision, and that's a terrible combination to have as a kid. I used to wear rec specs when I played soccer. Yeah. For those who don't know what rec specs are thick plastic sports goggles that made me look like a weakling to my opponents. I wore them for my safety, but they made me look like a liability. And I was a goalkeeper. I was the last line of defense. A part of being a goalkeeper is being an intimidating presence. It's hard striking fear in your opponents when you look like Urkel in goal. It's hard being an intimidating presence when the other team has seen you defog your goggles. Can you imagine being on the other team, looking across the field during pregame warm-up, and all you see is me going? It's like, yo, we're gonna score so many goals with 4 eyes between the posts. A part of being a goalkeeper is putting your body in harm's way in order to make saves. I was the only player on my team allowed to use my hands, but my face was a ball magnet. I never got a concussion, but I have had the Adidas 3 stripes printed across my forehead. But I work as a counselor for students with special needs. I love working with kids on the autism spectrum because they have no filter at all. There's a kid in my classroom that calls every black person he meets Martin Luther King Jr. Most of the Martin Luther King Jr. sound like Michael Blackson. It's a term of endearment to be called a King Jr. We all know the one black guy he doesn't like because he calls that man Clarence Thomas. But I had a weird dilemma growing up. My dad was a cop, so I'm black and blue without the abuse. It was law and order every day in my household. See, I have this good cop, black cop dilemma going on. It's hard saying fuck the police because I was on my dad's insurance until I was 26. But growing up with a dad as a cop was hard because growing up he never told me that he loved me, but he did tell me that I had the right to remain silent. But I don't see him often, though. He's a retired cop that lives in Hawaii. So if he dies, I can't afford to go to his funeral. I'd have to start a GoFundMe to grieve. I hate Zoom comedy, but I love Zoom funerals, guys. It's the greatest idea ever. I had to catch 2 flights to see that man. If one of them got canceled, then I'm not going. I sent a nice little postcard in the mail. Rest in paradise. Aloha from Philly. He lives in a different time zone, but he gives me crumb updates about Philly on a regular basis. He's like my own personal citizens app. One day a few months ago, he texted me, he goes, Aaron, be careful. Carjacking is on the rise in the city. Last week, a Temple University student got shot and stabbed their vehicle. Be safe. I was like, thanks. You know shark attacks on the rise in Maui, right? He said, we don't swim. Well, I don't go to Temple, so. But there's a lot of entrepreneurs in Philly. They just have to find their target audience. I was in the subway one day. This dude walked by with a briefcase. He started yelling, taser, pepper spray, brass knuckles. Taser, pepper spray, brass knuckles. 3 for 5, 3 for 5. Taser, pepper spray, brass knuckles. 3 for 5, 3 for 5. And the light bulb just went off my head, and I pulled the dude aside. I was like, dude, you could help so many women with that. Don't sell it in the subway. Sell it at Victoria's Secret. He makes so much more money. Can you imagine that same man sold those same items outside of Victoria's Secret in a pink purse, completely rebranding it? Sexy and safe, the new line for Victoria's Secret. Includes a taser, pepper spray, and brass knuckles. Whistle sold separately. We would be walking down the street with the confidence of a model on RuPaul. It's like, sachet, stay away. Then a Louis Vuitton to the dong. And I told that joke to my friend. He goes, Aaron, it's funny that you say that because the other day my girlfriend went to Target to re-up on her pepper spray. Re-up! Why is she using so much? What weird fantasies do you guys have? It's like, hey babe, I'm gonna pepper spray in the eyes while you go between my thighs. I want to come from a blind man. I want Bird Box in my box. But I was driving down the highway and I saw a billboard that said diversifiedracks.com in bold letters. And I'm a pervert that likes titties, so I looked it up and I found out that's a company that sells pallets in New Jersey. I was hoping that would be an exotic titty bar. If I was the owner of that bar, I'd have so many different slogans. Here at Diversified Racks, we have the best selection of titties without the tariffs. Diversified Racks, we have the best nipples in North America. We have all the areolas from all the area codes. We have the best selection of domestic and foreign imports. Come by for side boob summer and see what Diversified Racks has to offer. Okay, that's not the way I wanted to end, but having a great time, guys. Peace.
Keep it going, Brad Bell! Keep it going, Brad Bell! All right, folks, here's a little comedy inside baseball for you, right? Power of 3, we call it Power of 3, right? For some reason, comedy has 3, it's always 3, right? It's Mo, Larry, Curly, it's Groucho, Harpo, Zeppo. I'm going to give you another Power of 3. Very funny lady. Please put your hands together for Emily Epstein. Why?
Hi guys, how we doing emotionally? We good? Yes, we are a very diverse crew. I will be your Jewish person for tonight. Thank you and sorry. As a man once yelled out during my set, you look like Aunt Frank, which is a true thing. It is true. I do. And if you want to know what happened in that situation, everybody was silent and I just heard one person go, oh shit, which is the correct way to deal with anti-Semitism. My name is Emily Epstein White. Epstein, not Epstein. I don't get any of that island. I don't take that name. That's how that goes. But it's delightful having the last name Epstein. It is nice though. Most of the time people know how to say my name properly because now I just say the opposite of Jeffrey, right? So something good came off that island. Too soon? Too late? Too soon? Too late? But yeah, my name with being Emily Epstein, not a good name for performing, and that is the only reason that I got married. It was a professional choice. And my husband's last name is White. And a fun fact about my husband is he is black. And he is not any of the men you saw tonight, actually, so don't ask. That's not mine. And I was like, hey, since this is a professional marriage, do you mind if I change it to Caucasian? And he was like, hell no. So I will just keep getting married until you can Google me. It has been a very fun name for a year for names because my last name is Epstein and my husband's first name is Elon. So it really has been a delight. There was a point about a year ago where I would just walk, you could anywhere. You just walk into a Wawa and you just hear someone be like, fucking Elon. And I'll be like, I know, he didn't take out the trash. Wait, which one are you talking about? I think I'd rather be married to the trillionaire, but that's just me. My husband is great though. He's a good husband. He's a good father. I am a parent. I have 2 kids that I know of. I do drink. They're in the car, and but I do. This is how I knew. This was the moment that I knew my husband was going to be a good father. We had our first child in Berkeley, California, which is a delightful place to live. Horrible place if you're going to have children because it's very hippy dippy. So you basically failed, before you even start, right? I knew that I was supposed to have a natural birth. I love drugs. What the fuck? If you're passing a bowling ball, you should have all the drugs, right? Another law of Berkeley, California, is that you have to nurse your children until they are 25 years old. That is the law. And the only way that you can stop is if your child says, oh no, thank you, mother, I only drink organic milk. Okay? And if they don't say the full sentence, you just shove your boob right back in there. That's the law, right? So I'm in a birthing class with my husband, natural birth, so I'm 27 months pregnant, okay? And I'm sitting on this ball the same size. I'm very angry about it. And this woman who's supposed to be a trained medical professional says, okay, I want you to take your lover's fingers and put them on her third eye. And my husband is like, we are leaving. That's what we're doing. I was like, yeah, but we paid a lot of money, so let's just feel this out. And then that was when he did it. He took my fingers and he put them on my third eye, and he said, not in an inside voice, may the power of Christ compel you. May the power of Christ compel you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get kicked out of a birthing class in Berkeley. That's how you do it. Don't get your money back, but it's totally worth it. I have tattoos. Anybody here have tattoos? Anyone? Yeah? You have a tattoo, man? Tramp stamp? You're not answering the question. She's like, do I look like a slut? I'm going to take that as a no. No?
No, it's in honor of my brother.
It's in honor of your... It could be a tramp stamp. I mean, he could be a very respectable man, and you could have him on the... Okay. Anyway, that's very nice. I would like you to know many respectable people have tramp stamps. Angelina Jolie has a tramp stamp. I have a tramp stamp. And it's fun. I got my tramp stamp when I was 18 years old, and it's Native American, and I am not Native American. And another fun thing is I got it in Australia, and you know what they don't have in Australia is Native Americans. They don't have Native Americans there. So I got a Coco Pelli, which is the little guy playing the flute, right? And he symbolizes wine, mischief, fertility. I was like 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, but you know. And so I was like, go to the tattoo artist. I'd like a Coco Pelli. And he's like, I don't know what that is. You draw it. And I was like, no, I think you should draw it. And he's like, no, you draw it. And that is probably why my tramp stamp looks like shit. I think that is why. He is giving up. He is curling into himself. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. So I realized that I need to do something to spruce it up, right? So I'm thinking I could just turn him into an armadillo, which would be fun, just curling into himself, right? Or I could go more of a thinker, put a globe on his shoulders. You could have the weight of the world. That would be really fun, right? Or I could just let him live his life and act his age, give him a monocle, give him a cane, and let him crawl right into my butt crack. Huh? All right, you guys, that's my time. I'm Emcee Epstein White.
Here we go, family! Epstein White! You guys ready for your next comedian? This gentleman can be seen at Gotham Comedy Club, and he manages 1N1 Comedy Lounge. Please put your hands together for Dion Domicello!
Good evening. How we doing tonight? I'm very glad to be here. I am Dion Domicello,
and I am half Italian, half black. And I could tell by the look on all y'all faces, y'all thought I was Puerto Rican. It's okay. I've been giving Puerto Rican bars off my whole life. I mean, I've had so many people coming to me speaking Spanish that I had to learn Spanish. No habla español, papa. No habla español. My father was Italian. His name was Vincent Emile Domicello. His nickname was Vinny Onions. I said, Pop, why they call you Vinny Onions? He said, 'cause I make grown men cry. Is that not the gayest shit you've ever heard in your life? My dad had no filter. He always spoke his mind. I thought he was gonna get me fired from a job one time. So I worked for a K-12 talented and gifted school. They gave us tickets to go to the Yankee game, right? We get to the Yankee game. All the kids from the school were sitting one row behind us. Third inning, my dad screams out, "You work in a retarded school?" I'm like, "No, Pop. I work in a talented and gifted school." He said, "Is that what they're calling it now?" I just sat there for 6 innings like I know they gonna fire the black guy today. I got 6 innings of job left. My mother was African American. Her name was Patricia Yvonne Street. She was 5 foot with a mean left hook. She whooped ass like it was an Olympic sport. My mother always kept it real with me. She said, "Listen, you have your father's last name, Domicello. It's gonna open up a lot of doors for you. But you need to remember one thing. You only white on paper." That's right. She said, if you in a car with your friends and y'all get pulled over by the police and they say niggas get out the car, you get out the car. And even then they gonna think you're Puerto Rican. No habla español, officer. No habla español. It's crazy out here. I just went through a divorce. It was a ghetto divorce. She ain't have shit, I ain't have shit, so ain't nobody get shit. Yeah, I'm talking ghetto. The kids left us. Nobody got custody. Shit. I've been dating a lot, mostly myself. It's hard out here. Y'all women are mean. I feel like I'm in middle school with no hair again. I feel like it's hard out here, man. Just last week, right? I was out with my boys. I'm feeling fresh to death. I'm looking confident. My head is shining, bright like a diamond. I see a group of women at the bar, so I approach them. I'm like, "Good evening, ladies. How we doing tonight?" Before I can say another word, one of them puts their hand on and goes, "I don't date guys with no hair." That's mean, right? I was like, first of all, look at this chest hair. You wet this, it curl up. I'm half black, half Italian. I got good hair. You just can't see it. I'm serious. I got better back hair than most women got regular hair. You know what kind of wig you can make out of my back hair? Shit, you be in the club flossing, your girl be like, "Girl, what kind of wig is that?" This is that new black and Italian back hair. You wet this, it curl up. I've been dating a lot. Like I said, I've been dating myself a lot. I'm learning a lot on my dating journey. I'm learning not to drink too much on dates. I don't make good decisions. I don't. I was on a date last week. Everything was going well. We were on our 3rd bottle of wine, and I knew she was drunk because she looked me right in my eyes and she said, "I'm on 6 different medications." And I knew I was drunker than her because I looked her right back in her green eyes and I said, "I want you, 6 of your medications." I've been running from Sarah ever since. That's right. Why do you think I came to PA to do comedy? Running from her. Shit. I need new friends. I do. I need new friends. I text my boy the other day, "You up?" He texts me back, "No." I don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy out here. It's really crazy, yo. What am I in with? I want to say fuck ice. Is that all right? Can I say fuck ice? It's like fuck ice. It's like, matter of fact, fuck vanilla ice, Ice Cube, and iced tea. It's the wrong time to have ice in your name, ladies and gentlemen. Iced tea better change its name to hot tea. I'm telling you. I'm not afraid of ice. I'm not. I walk the streets with no ID. I want them to stop me. I'm trying to get a free trip to Mexico. I'm not afraid of ice. I'm not. I got stopped by 2 agents last week. One of them was aggressive. He said, "Let me see your ID." Looks at the ID, looks at me, says, "You look familiar. I've seen you somewhere before." And I was like, "Really? You was gay porn?" I He did not think that shit was funny. I thought I was going to Mexico that day. That's my time. I'm Dion Domicello. Y'all have a good night.
All right, keep the applause going. Keep the applause going. You guys ready for your headliner? You guys ready? This guy's a very good friend of mine. He's open for Gilbert Godfrey. Please put your hands together for my good friend, Mr. Troy Moore.
Yo, Havertown, what's up? What's up? Good, one round of applause for everybody you saw here tonight. Let's go. Clap it up. Yeah. All right. I know I look like Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta finally fucked. Okay, take that one in. You could get a good look. All right, a couple people not laughing. I've also been told I look like an evil Michael J. Fox. I get that a lot. That's the one, right? That's the nail in the coffin right there. That's it. I used to be a teacher before I hit it big in comedy. Yeah, it's going great. No, I used to teach in a high school, which was a hard job for me because I kind of looked like a middle schooler, you know, so it was tough. I never forget one day, walked through the hallway, I was bullied by a pack of freshmen. They yelled at me. They were like, yo, who's the new kid? He kind of looks like that short burglar from Home Alone. And I went to school to be a gym teacher, right, which I really wish was a joke, but it's not. That is a life decision I'm trying my best to recover from, you know what I mean? So like, I went to school to be a gym teacher. When I first graduated from college, I didn't get a gig as a gym teacher right away. I landed a job as a long-term advanced algebra substitute for a 6th grade class, yeah. Guys, listen, I went to school to be a gym teacher, all right? You have any idea how shitty of an algebra teacher that makes you? Like, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. I'd be Googling stuff like 5 minutes before the kids would show up to class. But I got stumped one day by this one kid I remember. He just came up to me out of nowhere. He's like, yo, Mr. Moore, yo, I don't understand number 11. I'm like, okay, little Timmy, let's take a look at number 11 together, even though I didn't get 1 through 10. All right, here we go. If Gerald has 3,278 prunes, who the hell would have that many prunes, Timmy? He decides to give 13% of them away to his 300 friends. What is the parabola of prunes Gerald has left? Jesus. Kids, listen to me. Skip number 11. Just skip, who gives a shit how many prunes Gerald has, kids? Kids, all right, so sometimes in life, when problems are hard, you just have to quit. That's today's lesson, is giving up when you don't know what to do. Anybody out there teaching? We got any teachers in here tonight? Nice. What do you teach? Preschool. Preschool. 3-year-olds? Wow. We got any real teachers in the room? I'm only kidding. Listen. Give her a round of applause. She's a good sport. I get paid okay money to be a dick up here, so I gotta take every chance I get, you know? But no, I look like, seriously, I could not do what you do with the little kids. Like, you're in the trenches of education, wiping noses and shit. Like,
and
guys,
everything else.
yeah, wiping more than noses, I'm sure, you know? It's crazy, but like I look at you, you're the Marine Corps of teachers, okay? Guys, I was a gym teacher. That's like being mall security. You know what I mean? Like, I just stood around and waited for things to happen. Nobody respected me, you know? But like, even if you're not a teacher, we all heard of like this big anti-bullying campaign that's going on in schools now. All right, let me just tell you something from a former teacher's perspective. It is not working. It's not. I used to get bullied at work every day, all right? You know what I did the first year I started? They Googled my salary, right? They're evil little shits, these children. They're horrible people, I swear to God, right? And yes, the preschool teacher is nodding in agreement. They're terrible people, right? But then they find out I'm broke Okay, so instead of calling me by my name, Mr. Moore, they nicknamed me. They start calling me Mr. Poor. They thought that was like, it's not even that funny though, right? It's like it rhymes a little bit, but so what? Get over it, yeah. You gotta remember though, at the time, I was just as immature as these kids were. Like, I would want to come back at them, you know, and like make fun of them. But I gotta bite my tongue and be the adult, you know? Like even little Timmy in the back's calling me Mr. Poor, you know? With his fucked up lazy eye looking at the opposite side of the room. Well, just call the kid out, be like, what the hell are you even looking at, googly eyes? What, do you see a squirrel on the windowsill? You just sit still and pay attention, lizard face. Joe, but you can't say that, right? Preschool teacher? Hell no, no. Because then Lizardface's mother would come in for a conference. Yeah. And if you guys thought Crazy Eyes was bad, way to get a load of the woman that gave birth to her, man. Oh, it's awful. I have the whole family all pissed off sitting at my desk like, why'd you call our boy Lizardface? Like, holy shit. The whole family got the lizard gene, you know? I'd be yelling back at her like, what are you kidding me, lady? Look at him. Little lizard face over here. He's not even paying attention to what we're saying. He's looking at that fly on the wall that he wants to eat. So what you need to do is stick Junior here into a Catholic school, all right? That'll straighten him out, you know? Because Catholic school, they don't play when it comes to discipline, man. Like if a kid's acting disruptive or talking when they shouldn't be talking in Catholic school, they get a detention in a candle-lit room with a priest. Exactly. And we all know after that detention, that kid's not saying anything for at least another 20 years, right? That's not even a joke. That's like a statistic at this point. You can Google it, I'll wait. I've never done that joke, and the whole ice cream shop's going to hell with me. It's just a joke about the little bar they have over there. Yeah. You guys are looking. I'll give you a minute. Yeah. And listen, I realize that that's extremely offensive, so let me backpedal for a second. If you didn't like that last one, you're gonna hate this next one. Just hang in there, man. Now, I got fired from my teaching job once my trashy comedy got put on YouTube. Lizardface's mother saw the clip, and I didn't have a classroom to go back to on Monday. So just rest assured, justice was served. I'm an unemployed comedian. You know, I'm exactly where I deserve to be in my life. Headlining the former Baskin Robbins or whatever this place was. I got what I deserved, I guess. I do have a girlfriend, which usually surprises crowds because, like, at this point of the show, you realize I'm kind of hard to be around. That's why comedy's great for me, because I just talk shit for 20 minutes and then I fuck off. You never see me again in your life. Like. But you're gonna not like this next one either, but I'm going for it. Here we go. Me and my girl have been dating, okay? This is just dating. This isn't like planning on getting engaged or even talking about getting married. We've been just dating for 16 years. It's always the same reaction, like a couple gasps, couple giggles, you know. Usually one guy in the back slow clapping like an asshole, yeah. Like not all heroes wear capes, right? I get it. No, at 16, that's a long time to be just dating, you know? Like the poor girl, right? Even the Philadelphia Eagles got a ring before she did. And I get booed in this area all the time when I crack that joke. I'm a huge Eagles fan, all right? Go Birds. We're all Eagles fans in here, right? Yeah. And thank God they won those 2 Super Bowls, too, because no matter how hard I'm bombing up here, if I'm playing local, I start an Eagles chant, it just wipes the slate clean, dude. Like, we're good. But me and my girl, we just took the next step in our relationship. This is kind of exciting. We just bought a house. Well, she bought the house. I didn't have shit to do with it. But the reason why it's special to me, right, is for a whole year prior to moving to this new place with her, we were living with her parents in her childhood home. Yeah, it's tough, man. Like, I don't know if anybody ever lived with the in-laws, but I'm here to tell you, don't. All right, you got to avoid that shit at all costs. Like, a lot of rules I had to follow, but I remember one specifically, okay? It was whenever I was in a room with her, okay? No matter what time of day it was, we always had to leave the door open, you know? And one time, we got in so much trouble when they walked by and saw us fucking. It's a stupid joke, but I'm glad some of you guys liked it. we get into stupid fights now that we live together. It's nothing serious, but like, okay, she loves to decorate, all right? And I just try to stay out of her way and not say anything too offensive, all right? But the only time we really fight or argue is when she asks me for like my opinion on the color of decoration and stuff, because I can't hide the fact that I just don't care, you know? Like she was mad at me not too long ago because I didn't have an opinion on the color of the area rug that she wanted to put in the living room, all right? And ladies in the room, let me just say this, okay? If your man cares enough to disagree with you over the color of a rug, eventually he's gonna leave you for another man. That's all I'm saying. But it's all dumb stuff we fight about, like, all right, here's another example, right? She woke up right away not too long ago. Right in the morning, immediately, she was mad at me because I was a jerk to her in her dream. You're laughing maniacally at that. Does your husband get in trouble for what he did in dreamland? Like, can't catch a break, dude, right? Whether you're asleep or awake, it's brutal, man. I was like taken back by it. I'm like, all right, hon, let me get this straight. You're mad at me because I was a jerk to you in your dream. Like, honey, wait until you hear what I got to do in my dream, all right? You're gonna be pissed. Guys, most mornings I wake up, I need to speak to a priest before breakfast, like it's disgusting. I'll tell you what, though, we never fight as bad as we do when she's hungry, okay? There's like a scientific term that researchers, people in lab coats have stamped on this, the anger that comes from hunger. Now listen, I realize this part of the show, I probably lost about 50% of you. You've seen 10 other comedians. I cracked that one priest punchline. You'll never listen to anything I say ever again. I can burn in hell for all eternity, but listen, if you want to pay attention to 2 minutes of the show tonight, I want you to make it this joke. I'm going to teach you guys how to beat being hangry. That's a real thing. That's the anger that comes from being hungry. All right? You just said, listen. This poor guy over here, man. You better listen, bro. It's going to be a long car ride home for you if you don't. But every night in my house starts the same, well, sorry, in her house, it starts the same way. But I walk up to my girl, I'm like, all right, babe, what do you want for dinner tonight? Every time, never fails, she hits me with this line. She goes, oh, I don't know. You pick. That don't mean you get to pick, right, brother? Nah. That means you got a half hour, name something she agrees to, or she eats you. That's what that means. So what do? You start listing any restaurant ever built, any food cuisine ever invented. She shoots all your suggestions down, right? You play that game, whoever cries first loses. It's a beautiful, strengthening moment in the relationship, right? But then what happens? You start feeling that anger bubbling up. You guys are ready to kill each other. Next time you feel that feeling, you're just gonna take my move. Ready? Here it is. Just go get a basket of bread. Yeah, that's it. It's not even funny, right? No, not at all. No, but it's genius if you think about it. Like, that's why restaurants put it out before the meal, okay? It holds you over, keeps your date from stabbing you with her salad fork. Everybody's all confused, like, what is gluten, you ask? It is the glue that holds relationships together. You gotta eat it. And food's really important to her, too. She's an Italian girl. We got Italian. I'm actually Irish. We got Irish in here? They're always clap a little louder because they're always a little drunker. That's how that works. Let me be honest with you guys, even after dating this girl for as long as I have, I'm still adjusting to like the whole Italian family way of dinner, you know, because like I was raised Irish, like we didn't give a shit about food in my house. Like nobody ate for pleasure, you know what I mean? Like my mom, she would just boil meat until the smoke alarm went off. That was it. Like, nobody leaned back in their chair, rubbing their belly to, like, compliment her cooking, you know? Like, oh, that was delicious. Is there any more? Like, that shit was never said in my house. My house, we were just like, well, we'll be alive again tomorrow. This is a true story. That's how much we didn't care about food, all right? When I was a little boy, my mom, she had me convinced that I was allergic to shellfish just to save money when we went out to eat at restaurants. I swear to God, guys. And she traumatized me. She told me my throat could swell if I could die if I ever ate any of it, right? So I was horrified. I stayed away from it my whole life, you know? That was until I met my girlfriend's family, okay? Because Italians will make you try new foods whether you want to or not. That's 100% fact. So I remember I'm sitting at the dinner table with my girlfriend's family, okay? Her older sister just got married, and the whole family starts teasing me, asking me when I was gonna get my shit together to marry their youngest daughter. Yeah. So I started eating all the shrimp, hoping it would kill me. That's how I found out my mom's a liar, you know? And listen, I do want to get married. It's just she hasn't asked me yet. I'm trying to be patient. I get nervous, though, because our families are, like, really different. Like, all right, even down to our choice of pets growing up. Like, she always had a cat in her house. We always had a dog. We could never get a cat in our house because Mother said I was allergic. She wants to get a cat now for our house, and I'm nervous. Like, I never owned a cat before. I'm sure I'm just overthinking it. It's probably not a big deal, but I just can't imagine what it's like to be a cat owner. Like, you probably get a cat, bring it home, you pet it once, and then it just runs away for 19 years. Yeah. You find one that kind of looks like it, lie to the kids, replace it, keep it moving. Yeah. I got scratched by a cat when I was younger, so I got, like, trust issues with that animal. There's just, like, no warning with them when you come up on them too quick. Like, with a dog, they growl, they show their teeth, you know, to kind of back up, right? But a cat, just be sitting there 1 minute, you know, and just cutely reach out, slit your throat. Done, dude. Like, it's a wrap. And I'm not hating on cats, all right? Let me just say this. I would much rather be a cat than a dog. Like, I think they have a lot cooler lives, right? They're more independent. They can do more shit. Like, you ever just watch a cat? They're incredible, man. They'll be, like, asleep on that rug in the living room, you know? Turn around for a second, you look back, the cat jumped 7 feet onto a shelf, you know? And then in front of everybody in the living room just starts walking over that family portrait on the shelf and just knocks it on the ground. Just like, fuck this family, right? And it hops off the shelf, pukes on the rug, walks out of the room showing everybody its asshole. What a life, dude. That's all I'm saying, you know? Like, being a cat is like being Lindsay Lohan in 07. It's rock and roll. Sign me up. What animal would you guys want to be if you could pick? A dog? Who said a dog? Okay. What else? A giraffe? All right, man. Ain't nothing funny about that. It's one of the weirder answers I ever got doing this, honestly. Imagine being a giraffe, though, and you wake up with a stiff neck. That would fuck your whole day up. I'd want to be a bird, right? But not just any bird. And hang in there, it's about to get weird, all right? But I would want to be a seagull, okay? Right there. Exactly. But because seagulls get to be assholes, and that looks like a lot of fun to me. Like, think about it. If you're a seagull, first of all, you live at the beach. Amazing, okay? But if I were a seagull living at the beach, I would pick one guy on vacation, and I would just ruin his vacation. Like, every day this dude was there, I would swoop down and I'd steal his sandwich from him, right? And then I'd circle back around in the sky and I would shit his own sandwich back onto him. For like the whole 2 weeks he was in Wildwood or whatever shithole shore town he went to, you know? For like the third day, he'd see me coming in the sky because I'd fly all crazy. He'd like hide under an umbrella for cover while I'd just perch right on that umbrella. So he thought it was safe to come out and I'd shit on him again, like... You know, think about the psychological damage you could do as an evil seagull, man. That'd be incredible, right? That guy would have to go back to work, you know? He'd probably eat his sandwich all weird in the break room. All his annoying coworkers coming up to him like, so Todd, how was the shore? And he just starts screaming, the bird waited to shit on me! HR makes him take another vacation to get better for like mental health. Poor Todd. I'm kind of dumb. I'm a millennial. We got millennials in here tonight, a couple of these. All right, not a chance, maybe one. How about people that had a millennial? Or more of you guys in here? Yeah. How about people that had a person that had a millennial? Are we all offended now? Perfect. I don't know, I just feel like my generation get a bad rep. You know, they say we're lazy, we live in our parents' basements, which is all true, don't get me wrong. You guys think about it, like, we were the last generation to just run outside and play. Like, we ran out the front door, got a game going, we ran around our neighbors' bushes playing manhunt, right? And we threw big rocks at each other, yeah? Yeah, if you got hit in the forehead with a rock and you started to bleed, like, you were out. That was it. That was how the game worked, man. You gotta, like, stand off to the side inside a hula hoop like an asshole and wait for your friend to tag you back in. You're like, help, I'm out. It's not like that anymore. Like, go out to Applebee's tomorrow night, look around, you'll see 10 5-year-olds. They got their iPads out, AirPods in, watching Miley Cyrus lick a fire hydrant or something disgusting. Just blows my mind. Like, when me and my brother went out to restaurants with my parents, like, we were just happy to have that paper wrapper that came around the straw. You guys remember that thing? Yeah. We made a game out of how many spitballs could we shoot into Dad's drink before he snapped. That was more fun than any iPhone could ever be, man. And like, we talk all the shit about the kids on the phones, but I think the parents now are even worse, right? Like, every mom and dad is out to film their kid doing something stupid, put it on the internet, make it go viral. Like, I would have never made it through this level of shame of being like posted on the internet as a kid. Like, I barely survived photo albums. You guys remember those things? Like, little stupid book sitting on the coffee table. I'll never forget, I'd bring a new girl home. Right away, my mom, she'd go running to get that photo album, you know? She'd show everybody in the living room that picture of me and my brother in the tub together, right? Yeah. Oh, and everybody would laugh because my little brother had a bigger dick than me. But listen, that's not the point. That shame was contained is all. I never left the coffee table. Like, if that happened today, my dick would have been retweeted on Twitter, you know? You can't win. It's brutal. I think the most embarrassing thing, though, that millennials had to go through is if your parents played those home videos for company, right? They were brutal, man. My mom had every Christmas morning catalog since, like, 1989. It was awful. You know, they were so embarrassing, those home videos. You always tell, though, that Dad filmed the home videos, though, right? Yeah, because at one point in the video, the camera would just, like, pan right to Mom's ass. Make everybody watching all uncomfortable, right? Yeah. And in the video, Mom would catch Dad filming her ass and she'd turn around and wink back at him like a total whore. That's good, by the way. You guys laughed at that. It wasn't only my mother. I found my safe space up here. This is nice. I gotta get out of here on this next one, but well, speaking of whores, I just got my mom the new Samsung Galaxy for her birthday. Guys, relax. It's just a joke. I got her an iPhone. I'm not an asshole. But I need you to know I am a good son, despite how horrible of a person I am. I do help her with this thing. She's getting really good at it, too. She's really good at Pokemon Go while she's driving. I'm proud of that. Got to catch them all, even if they're in a crosswalk. That's what we said. She was struggling the other day. She couldn't get into her Candy Crush app. That's all she really cares about is crushing candy. So I'm explaining it to her. I'm like, Mom, it's very simple. Okay, all you have to do is update your apps at the App Store. Just go to the App Store, update your apps, easy. And right away she starts screaming at me. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. It's almost midnight and I'm not wearing a bra. And she smiles. It's not an actual place. It's the little blue square for the App Store. I'm like, give me your phone. I take her phone from her. I'm looking for her App Store. I can't find it, guys. Her apps are like all over the place. It's like chaos inside of her phone. Like, her App Store ended up being like 10 homepage swipes, just sitting all by itself for no reason. You know, and I'm yelling at her like, Mom, what the hell are you doing on your phone? You gotta get organized. Your app's all over the place. What are you doing? And she says to me, she's like, well, when I get bored, I like to move them around. Because I think it's cute how they wiggle when you touch them. Oh my God. About another 10 minutes goes by, we find her in the App Store, right? She's updating all her shit. She looks down at her phone, looking back up at me. Finally, she looks back up at me one last time. She's like, okay, I signed up for Tinder. What's that mean? I'm like, Mom, you just swipe right until you find a guy that'll help you with your iPhone. So, you know, now she thinks Tinder is a tech support app. And I'm never telling her it's not. Guys, we had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks for laughing. Have a great night. My name's Troy Moore.
Keep it going with Troy Moore. You guys have fun tonight. Be sure to catch Troy's Moore. He's got a Netflix special coming out. It's called Angry Evil Seagulls. I just wanted to say a couple things on behalf of the comedians. One more round of applause for all the comedians. Stand-up comedy is the only art form where we need you, the audience, to help us create it. And I thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for supporting this wonderful space for us to perform. Mark and Tom and Amanda, thank you so much for having us. One more time for all the comedians. And welcome Amanda back to the stage.
All right. Well, thank you, Vince Valentine, and all of our performers. That was a lot of laughing tonight. And, you know, I heard it from the utmost authority, Mark Lipsky, he thinks this might be our best show ever. Best comedy show ever. And thank all of you for supporting our performers and the Kelly Center. Thank you to our sound and video student staff, Katie, Jamie, and Erin. Yeah, they were great. Thank you to our facilities manager, Rick Miller, and photographer, Sherry. And to support our nonprofit with a donation, there are cash jars, Venmo, PayPal, credit card, QR codes around the room, or you can go to kellycenter.org and click contribute. Please help us clean up. There are trash and recycling containers by the door. On behalf of Tom and Sherry Kelly and Paul and Susan Kelly, thank you for joining us tonight. And from the Kelly Center for Music, Arts, and Community in Havertown, Pennsylvania, I'm Amanda. Stay safe, play it forward.